the career maker cover letter. This is meant to be the cover letter that gets you the job you've chosen at the company you've chosen, obviously in the industry that you've chosen. And we found that if the cover letters are clear, that it demonstrates that the man has a plan and he can clearly say why and what about the industry, the company, the job, and why him, why you, why and what about you. If this is clear, then invariably people get hired, and we even found with this clarity, people get jobs at companies where no jobs existed or was planned. Because they see, wow, this man is enthusiastic about my industry, my company, his job, and himself. Such a person, I have to have in my company. I cannot let him pass. I know I don't have a job right now, but I'm going to make one for him. And it happens with about 100 students a year with Prof. Kroon at Northwest University, where we've been developing, running this program now for 7 years. And that came after we used that process to build our companies, as well as we've used it for the last 10 years in our pro bono community work, where we got people to get to jobs from nowhere. Young people with very bad home conditions and education are today fully qualified mining engineers. The process truly works. It also works for several people we coach at the $100,000 plus level, who gets 30% increases, get the jobs they want, towards building their career. So it's always aimed at a long-term career. So if you look at a cover letter then, it's obviously you, and we want a wide smile on your face there, choosing the job, work you want to do, choosing the company you want to do it in or with, and the industry you want to operate in. Obviously, when you look at a company, you must be very comfortable with the company's clients. You must be comfortable with the way they serve clients, the way they approach clients. If you then look at your cover letter, it must have in max 3 paragraphs. So it cannot be more than 3 paragraphs. You must state that you have a plan, that you are excited with facts about the job, the company, the industry. So job, company, industry. Always stays together. Now, the second thing that your cover letter must show, that you have a clear thread in your past decision making to actually get you to this point. So you are now at this point. The cover letter must then state any trust. Now, trust is about 4 elements: congruence, transparency, openness, and I'll come back on that one. So we'll put that one in. It's always 4 elements of trust. So it must be clear in your cover letter. Now, to get it clear, if you are ready with factual stories, remembering that we are still a storytelling society. And I think we should add something about the power of good stories. A clear, good story has awesome power. So what is the stories you require? You require stories that shows your manageability. Stories that shows your willingness to be involved. Stories that shows commitment. Commitment to results. Stories that shows initiative. These are the things they interview for. Now they will ask you 3 sets of questions. Open questions, on which you must have ready answers. They will ask you closed questions, for which you must have facts, or one of these short stories.
They're not in the interview, yeah?
In the interview, but
you must kind of almost get ready for that in your cover letter already. With the stories that you tell.
Thank you. Very importantly, why I would advise that you have this clear, because what I found, this has a huge input in the words of the cover letter.
Yeah.
So the main reason for doing it at this time is to ensure that you are actually backing up your cover letter.
Yeah.
This backup gives you absolute confidence. Because the company may have a sequence of pre-screening, telephone, and so forth.
Yeah.
And if they call you and you are not ready, you've lost.
Yeah.
I mean, we've worked through thousands of interviews, CVs in our companies. And a lack of clarity goes to the bin. The people that could state clearly in their cover letter why they wanted to work for our company and our industry, they got the interview without exception.
And these stories, it's not like you have to it's not like long stories.
No. These are pinpoint.
How do they look in your cover letter? Is it like paragraph stories, or how do you tell a story?
The stories don't get into your cover letter.
Okay.
The cover letter gives a strong indication that you have the stories.
Okay.
The words in the cover letter reflects your confidence. That's why you must gain the confidence.
And that's why you must write your stories.
That's why you must get your stories.
Well, get your stories ready.
Ready.
Yeah.
Written is better.
Yeah.
But if you are like me, writing is not always easy. So be ready is the thing. So if this is ready, and you can tell me why the company, why the industry, why the job, and why you. I've hardly seen anybody fail to even create a job where none exists at the moment. So that is the power of a well-constructed cover letter. Getting somebody to craft you a clever letter, which are not your words, is a very dangerous thing.
Mm.
So we can assist you, or many other coaches can assist you to help you find your words. And on the website, you will find further techniques to get words. And secondly, what I find people have great difficulty with, most of us can't talk about ourselves. We get totally stuck. So I find that you've got to have a soundboard here. Somebody you trust that is able and capable. In recent examples, for instance, the best soundboard we found for a guy that's earning $150,000 was one of his clients. Why would a client help him? It's a simple technique. To go and say thank you to the client, and to say, wow, it's really great what you are doing, and I want to ask you a weird question today. What do you think I do differently? What do you think my next career should be? What does that show to the client that you approach? That you recognize him, he's a significant person, and you really respect and accept him. Now, those 3 things when you now approach the last item, you approach people for advice or input into these things. All right? This significance, recognition, acceptance, and respect are the most powerful approach to humans. Hardly anybody can say no to it.
Yeah.
And when we get those young people or these older people we coach now to get into companies and jobs that didn't even exist, this is one of the things we prepare them with, to approach with the right approach. Wow, only you can help me because you are so great.
Yeah.
That comes back to gratefulness, but you've got to be, when you approach the person, you've got to be extremely clear. You've got to be very clear on what you want.
Okay, but why would one want to go to a client and ask them, what do they think? How does that come back to the cover letter? What do I feel I do different? What do they feel I do different?
It is for you to understand and communicate your possible contribution, your unique approach, why you are a valuable addition.
Okay.
As I said, it's very hard to find this by yourself. You know, it's a bit like a brain surgeon doing brain surgery on himself. Not a good idea. And very often, constructing your own stuff is like doing brain surgery on yourself.
And specifically then in a career change situation, because, you know, it's not, you've got to now show or communicate what your skills are, because you bring a skill set. It's not like you're bringing a, you know, industry knowledge as such because you're making a career change, but you bring a very specific type of who you are, you bring to the party. You know?
When you find an advisor in that industry,
the one that you want to change to now,
all right, the one that you want to change to, that is how you engage in the industry. You see, this whole situation of being clear why and what.
Yeah.
Okay, stick to the black pen. Clear. That why and what process must be applied to every phase. So when your cover letter must show why you are excited. Now, how are you going to show it if you don't engage people in the industry, magazines in the industry? Go to some trade shows.
Yeah.
You know, you can go to trade shows. You may even meet your next employer there.
Yeah, the reason why you want to like spend this amount of time on your cover letter is this is the cover letter is that gets your CV into the interview back almost.
Well, if you look at the picture and you can put a click in, you've got to get your CV out of a pile into a shortlist, survive the shortlist, get into an interview.
Kind of the cover letter gets you to the shortlist, and your CV gets you, or your resume gets you to the interview.
That's correct.
That's kind of the flow.
That's correct.
Okay. So you really have to craft this. I mean, all I'm saying is you've got to spend time on this. Otherwise, you're gonna be like same old, and it's not gonna stand out.
Well, you're gonna keep on pleading and begging.
Yeah.
But nobody understands you. Yeah. They would want to help you, but you don't allow them to help you, and that is why we say the door to success has a handle on the inside only. Now, this process of having the clarity of the why and what of each element, we call the golden key to success. Now, it's your golden key.
Yeah.
To craft the key, make the key, is effort. But man, it's the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only the rest of your life, remembering that today is the first day of your rest of your life.
Yeah.
So, can you put too much effort into this? I don't think so. And we find that people with this clarity, we have a second process where once you've done this, we can assist you to get into companies that don't even advertise for a job.
But you want to join that company. So
if you want to really join that company and you are clear on this, there's a process whereby which you hook yourself in without their permission. And you go with respect, you go with knowledge, you go with enthusiasm. You are irresistible. And you have it in you. I haven't met a person that doesn't have it in him. I haven't met such a person.